So I'm excited for this one. This is the new Hyperboot from Nike, and ever since I saw this, I wanted to try it. So thank you to Nike for sending it over. This is one of the most futuristic sneakers you're gonna see, and it's really more than a sneaker. It's not meant for style. I mean, if you're looking for some kind of futuristic style, this achieves that, but this is actually for recovery for athletes and for warming up. It's a collaboration between Nike and Normatec, and if you guys haven't heard of Normatec, they're those guys that make those compression leg contraptions. Essentially, athletes that want to recover from exercise and various activities, this is like increasing the circulation, helping with fatigue, and in this case, also helping people warm up. And this is a wearable version, completely wireless. You're not tethered to the wall. That's built into a sneaker that's going to give your foot and ankle compression and heat, either to be used in recovery or in warm-up. Innovation that pushes the boundary for athletes. Revolutionary technology featuring Normatec dynamic air compression. Hyperheat thermal technology. Collaboration between Nike and Hyper Ice. The sizing is kind of interesting. So this is a large, which is supposed to satisfy sizes 10 to 12. You're kind of just in the range. And I guess considering the fact that it's a sort of more of a tech product, you're not actually going to be performing or playing your game in this footwear, but instead you might use it for your warm-up and then obviously after you're done playing. And this, wow, this thing looks crazy. That is wild. So it's obviously massive, but it kind of has to be in order to fit this variety of components in here. On the boot itself, and they do call it a boot, it's the Hyperboot, you have a power button. I'm gonna guess this is for the amount of compression. And here we have our temperature. This is gonna be coverage for your USB port to actually charge it up. So most of the electronics are gonna be housed in the heel portion here. I think it squeezes all up and down the kind of heel and Achilles section of your foot, and there's also compression on the top of the foot as well. And the other thing is, depending on what type of issues you have, you can apparently sync them or have them work independently. So you could have more compression on one side than the other, depending on what you're trying to recover from. I can imagine people that have experienced injuries as well, utilizing this to keep circulation moving in their feet and ankles in an attempt to get mobility back after an injury. The only other thing you're gonna find in the package is this box, which I presume is to charge these. And they do give you the international adapters, and that's important. Apparently, people at the Paris Olympics were using these. So Nike was actually giving them to athletes, and they were using them for warm-up and recovery. 2 USB cables, obviously you charge each one independently, and the charger itself has 2 separate outputs at the same time. There's also a, excuse me? Black Mirror. It's a placeholder. That's crazy. This white booklet has just broke my head. I'm never coming back to reality. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel some of this plastic here. This is all protected along the side. I do own some Hyper Ice products. Massage gun, I have the Normatec for the legs. I've tried all these products. I mean, I'm obviously not a professional athlete, but I do play sports recreationally. And yeah, man, you get like sore aches, things like that. You wanna recover. The warm-up is kind of interesting too. Like, could it make you maybe less prone to injury? Could it give you better feedback? More explosiveness, possibly. I just think the merging of technology and athletics, and to just see Nike partner with like a new company like this, or newer compared to Nike, I think it's just like a pretty cool collaboration. So anyway, let's see if these have power. Oh, they do. I'm gonna turn that off. That one does, and that one does. This is gonna be cool. Okay, so the way that these go on, Velcro straps, these two, they're adjustable. Get ready to move and move again. So one of the reasons they put it into a shoe, like obviously if you have those leg sleeves, you're connected and you're laying down and you can't go about your activities. So it can be like a bit of a commitment to put those things on for recovery. This, since it's in the format of a shoe, even though you're maybe not gonna actually do your activity in it, it still keeps you somewhat mobile. So you can move about your house. Today's episode has been sponsored by NordVPN. You guys know I've been a user of NordVPN for a very long time, and they've actually got some new features that are pretty cool. Have you ever been shopping online? Like you go to search for something that you're looking for, and all of a sudden you see some links up near the top, but you're a little skeptical if these shops are real or not? Well, they've added fake shop and scam detection. Wherever these scam websites are mimicking real stores and attempting to trick shoppers, they've got this thing called Threat Protection Pro, and it will actually block those fake shops before you you even land on them. Now, you don't need a special browser extension or anything for it. You're just using your VPN as you normally would, and those shops no longer show up, so you can find the real place that you want to buy something from. Now, another part of Threat Protection Pro is phishing prevention. It will detect up to 85% of phishing sites, including new zero-day threats using AI trained by experts. It's also the only VPN with certified anti-phishing protection, and it works even without connecting to a VPN server. They've also got malware protection built in through Threat Protection Pro. This will block malware hosting sites, remove infected downloads, and stop harmful ads with a minimal impact on your system. And they've even got a cloud-based scanner to analyze suspicious files in a secure virtual environment. So if you want to protect yourself using a VPN online, go ahead and get NordVPN on a 2-year plan plus 4 months extra. Head over to nordvpn.com/unboxtherapy. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this show. That is a very weird feeling on there. Obviously, it's a giant rocker. It's a huge shoe. We could definitely go ahead and just call it a boot. It is in boot territory, certainly. So you can really customize the fit just using these straps, the internal strap and the external strap. And I guess, I'm assuming that the tighter you strap them, the greater the feeling of compression, even along with those different compression levels. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Start compressing right away. So they're synced up. So if I change the heat setting on one side, then it changes it on the other side as well. Whoa, okay. Significant compression going on. The air bladders inside are filling and then releasing. This is very similar to the sleeves that you put on your legs, and it is a significant amount of compression. It holds, release. And so the idea here is that we're refreshing, replenishing, circulating the blood here. Every athletic activity requires some sort of ankle mobility and movement. Like, what doesn't? I feel, even though they're so futuristic and people are gonna be looking, right? But even just at home, to get into the leg units is a little bit of an ordeal. And I get it, the leg units are compressing a lot more of your body than these are, but this is kind of a cool medium where, like, I can walk around, I can have this therapy going on right now, and I'm still doing chores, things around the house. And yet, at the end of the day, it's a shoe. So the sport I play is hockey, and in hockey, you have a boot, but your feet get sore, obviously, because it's really rigid. Like, there's been no way to do this in the past. If you wanted to have basically a massage going on with heat, you couldn't actually be walking around at the same time while that was going on. They are hot right now, oh baby. You know, I get a lot of products, like, it's hit and miss, you never know, like, but this is right up my alley. I'm into this. They might be a little ambitious to just wear in public. People think I'm trying to make a style statement, you know? I just feel like I'm recovering. If anyone actually asks me, but I think people are just gonna look sideways at me. The other thing about this compression is you can benefit from elevation too. You can elevate your feet, obviously, just like this. There you go. The heat is, woo! Right on the heel. Right on the heel, right at the Achilles insertion point. Good Lord. My Achilles is burning right now. Ah! The Hyperboot is designed for 15-minute sessions. Can be used for up to 1.5 hours on max heat and max compression, but the typical session is set to 15 minutes, whether it's being used for warm-up or recovery purposes. Oh, I should also mention at this point that these are expensive. They're like $900. So, just putting that out there. This is just a recovery device that you can wear and a collaboration with Nike, which is cool and unusual, and dare I say collectible almost. Let's just check. What is this going for right now on StockX? Let's look. Well, I guess that's not that much of a markup because it was $900 US and the last sale was $13.54 Canadian. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm definitely feeling loose. Yeah. I can see that easily for a warm-up. Ready to go, responsive. I like these things. I mean, that's just a preliminary. This is my first test with them. They are crazy. I like crazy things. Weird and innovative attempts and experimental things, but it's a cool collaboration and they look extremely futuristic, which I think some people would actually go for, but it's secondary. It's really about the functionality and the fact that you have something that's completely battery powered, so it means it's completely mobile. You can move around and have this experience at the same time, and that's pretty cool.